Yo, what's good guys? This is Nightwing2303 from weartesters.com. Welcome back to Nightwing Knows. If you ever had a question and wanted to drop me a line, all you gotta do is shoot me an email right over here. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get into the question.
While we're eating.
Mitchell asks, what advice would you give to a teenager about collecting sneakers without a lot of money and without letting it become too big a part of your life? And also, what would you recommend doing to make a little extra money for sneakers? Well, the first thing to realize is that you are just a kid or a teenager, so sneakers, while you might think it's important, it really isn't in the long run. Making sure that you have a good education, or at least complete your high school education, is very important. I don't believe college is for everybody, so I won't, give my thoughts on that. But I do think that there's just much more important things to focus on, especially when you're younger, than sneakers. I've been in that boat before, so I understand completely what you mean. And basically what I did is I just kind of like let things happen on their own. Like I always wished and thought and daydreamed about this, that, and the other, but the reality is that none of that stuff was happening until I got a job, which brings me to the second part of your question. As soon as you're allowed to work, that's what I did. So I was able to get my worker's permit and stuff. You only can work like random hours because of the way that everything's regulated, but it was enough to where you can save up for a month and then maybe buy a pair of sneakers. As far as other odds and ends, I mowed lawns, I picked up leaves, I pulled weeds, I did pretty much anything just to try to make some extra cash. You can always babysit, you can pet sit, you can house sit. There's all kinds of different avenues to be able to make money. You just have to be creative, and whatever's out there, like, don't be picky. But overall, I would say do not focus a ton of your energy on sneakers, because that's something that you can get later on in life, especially if you focus on the important stuff now while you're young. Like I said, getting that education going to where when you're older you'll be making a ton of money, hopefully. I mean, that is the plan, right? To where you can go back and buy any of the sneakers that you may have missed or wanted, or that are retroing now that you didn't have a chance to get when you were younger, which is basically the situation I'm in. I can now afford things that I wasn't able to back then. And so when I do see them, I'm like, man, I used to want those really badly, so I grab them now, even though I missed out on them back then. In a way that is kind of like living in the past, but at the same time, it's a hobby. It's something that I enjoy doing. It's a passion. It's not something I'll let ever take over my life, but you gotta be able to live within your means. And right now as a kid, you don't really have any. So I wouldn't worry about it too much. Don't let the rich kids bother you. That used to bother me all the time. I used to get jealous and stuff. But trust me when I say this, things get better as long as you handle your business.